Hello everyone and welcome to my show. I'm your girl Melody Trice, where I really do believe life really is unlimited. Well, for all of you out there in the entertainment world, and you really want to know the things that you need to have in order to be successful in this business, well, guess what? Today we're going to talk to a panel of ladies who are publicists that's going to tell you exactly how to get on the right road. So stay tuned. After this break, we'll be right back.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. Talk with your doctor to create a treatment plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
Hello everybody and welcome back. For all of you out there in the entertainment world, today we have a panelist of women who are publicists, and I want to welcome them to the show. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
Well, I want you to introduce yourself to everyone.
I'm KimiRochelle from KRPR Media.
Lisa Malcolm from LRM Publicity.
Marie Lemelle, Platinum Star Public Relations.
And Kelli Schloemer from LRM Publicity.
So ladies, I am so excited to have you here. And one of the things, before we even get started, a lot of people don't know what a publicist is. So if you can give me, an idea really what a publicist is, either one of you.
Well, for me, a publicist is generally someone that takes someone's information and relates it and gets that content and message out to the public. And it could be on any industry, education, politics, entertainment, it doesn't matter. So you're having an event, you have an announcement, you receive a scholarship, you receive grants, what have you. You want to get that information out, so you hire a publicist that can maybe write the release for you, get that out, get it into the media so that you can get more exposures. To me, that's the beginning of what the publicist does, besides red carpets and branding and critical analysis and critical different things to help a client when they're in a crisis. So it varies, but that's the very basics to me of just getting the information out into the public.
So when you say that, getting the information out, how do you actually, Lisa, tell me, how do you actually get that person into the public's eye, in the media's eye?
So it depends on whether we're talking about, Kelli and I, we work in entertainment publicity. So we work with actors, models, singers, authors. We also represent film franchises, TV shows. We do run our own events as well. So it depends on who we're working with. Normally it would start with something like a press release so that you're alerting all of the news outlets, right, of whatever it is you have going on. So whether or not it's a new client booking, or it happens to be an event that we're running ourselves, or we have clients who are interviewing on a show like yours. All of those things would start with a press release, and then we go from there. A lot of it happens behind the scenes. There's a whole bunch of phone calls, emails, follow-ups for every one idea or one pitch we have going on. There's about 150 small things that have to happen to make that one thing come to fruition.
So look, one of the things when you say that, and I think about you, Marie, because a lot of your clients also, they do music as well as act. Yes. So is that something that you would have to develop 2 different types of press release for?
Yes.
Or, or can you put it all in one, or how did that work?
No, you separate out. It's basically whatever the focus is.
Okay.
And we also help craft that story. A lot of time our clients have no idea really who they are. They just know that they're talented and they should be stars. So we have our little magic wand. Usually we have to swat them with it a few times, to put them in line. But really it's just to teach them how to tell their story in a way that's succinct, that's exciting, and that makes it interesting, so people will want to know more and follow them, especially in social media.
Yeah. So look, how valuable is it for them, Kelli, to have that social media up?
Well, in this day and age, social media is everything, because that's the way that people connect. That's the way that people understand who you are. They get to peek a little bit into your private life. That's how you tell your story. That's how you create your brand. Yes. It's everything.
So as a publicist, can you actually bring those values up for them? Like say if they come to you and they only have like 1,000. Is there any way possible that you can, by putting them in the media's eye, to bring that up?
Well, you know, we are a small boutique PR firm. But if you really look at me, I'm like 10 different departments, right? So
All of y'all look
right.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but when a client comes to me or to anybody, they say we want ABC. They don't really know that if you're saying I want to be on the Channel 7 News, or I want to have a new look and I need my brand together, or I need a new logo for This Is This, or I'm having an event or a red carpet or a VIP reception, they really aren't understanding that those are really different areas.
Oh.
They just clump it together. And so
Wow.
one of the first things that I do when I'm talking to anyone that contacts me is to first try to find out what is it you want to do, what is your mission and what is your goal. And because I have built from before there was even social network sites, a huge network, I can save a lot of dollars that makes some money, that makes a campaign look wider because I have a huge network. I don't have to go out, like yourself, you do editing. I don't have to go out and hire an editor because I can edit. I don't have to go out and hire a graphic person because I do all my graphics. I don't have to go out and create a press release or get someone to do that for me. I can do all of that myself.
So, but normally a publicist will have their team that do those different things.
Absolutely.
So how valuable is it for you as publicists to have that team around you? Because I know you, Lisa, and Kelly, you work together.
Yes.
So how many people do you have with you to actually make that vision possible for your clients?
Well, I think the most important thing and what our clients love working with us is that they get us.
Okay.
We do have assistants that we work with, but there's very little that we trust with an assistant to do, because truly you're talking about, this is our client's public image.
Absolutely.
And so that's why, I mean, you saw earlier, we finish each other's sentences, we say the same thing at the same time because
Why I'm
we
not
have,
talking, 'cause
right.
I'm just telepathically sending it to her.
Because we have to be on the same page when it comes to what we're putting out there for our clients and the public. But truly, when they work with us, they get us. And I think when you're looking at, what kind of a firm you want to go to, one of the questions, because, I think we all meet with prospective clients all the time. And one of the things that we always tell them to look at is, who are you working with? Are you working with the head of the company? Or are you working with an assistant? And who's showing up for you and what are they doing for you?
Well, look, ladies, I appreciate everything you're saying. We want to talk some more. And Marie, when we come back, I want to ask you, like literally, and think about it. When do it becomes a point where you have to say, okay, this is not going to work. We need to go down this road. So I want you to answer that when we come back.
Right.
And for right now, you guys, I want you to take a look. Right now, I want to look at one of KRPR Media's, the Orange County Black History Facts. So make sure you stay tuned. You can watch.
You're just like, yeah, go big.
Hello there.
Yeah, go big. To me, honestly.
If you smoked, this new lung cancer screening could save your life. Visit SaveByTheScan.org.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. Talk with your doctor to create a treatment plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. If you're just now tuning in, we were just talking about how life is as a publicist, and I was asking Marie about, how do you actually, know which direction to take them in when they really don't know which direction to go?
Right. Well, one of the things that we do, especially when you're a smaller boutique, you talk about the different angles for your client. So you're always ready and you're always staying on trend. That's very important too, because if you can find a way to incorporate your client into that, then you should do it. So for instance, if I have a perfect example. I have a client, Patrick Fawcett from the Have and Have Nots. He was on the show for 3 seasons, almost 4 seasons, and then all of a sudden his character was not any was in the show anymore. So we had to figure out a way to keep him active, keep him relevant, because the show was doing great, #1 show on OWN. So his character was about getting a kidney donation. So it was an organ donation. So I took that, contacted Donate Life and a few other, kidney foundations, and he became sort of a brand ambassador in that sense. So he used that. As a matter of fact, he was at the Orange County parade 2 years ago, and the people in the audience, well, you know, standing along the streets,
parade goers.
were all shouting out, "I'll give you my kidney," you know, and so it was really great. And so he, you know, and from that he was able to do some PSAs to talk about, you know, organ donors and how important that is. So you really just find different ways. I mean, the thing is, we're wearing a lot of hats. Kimi has a hat on now, but we're wearing 3, 4, 5, 6 hats all the time. A little invisible right now. But you have to constantly be, it's a moving piece, a moving target. Clients are, unless they're just on such a great show that that's it for them. But even then, you have to find ways to connect them to other ideas.
So it's, and you know what, not just to add to what she's saying, some publicists, because you was asking what a publicist is, was that portion where she went out of the box to find a new way and connect with them, is that really publicist? Because some publicists, all they do is write a release and send that out and maybe call to get you a feature or what have you. So I think that a lot of people that wear a lot of hats, because I know she's a producer, a writer, and all these different things, but when you look at her, you might see publicists, right? But some of the things that you're doing is way more, and the talent themselves might not even understand that.
So you think that's publicist, or you think that was more like more sponsorship or more branding, or what, when you did that little portion?
It's an extension of public relations, because our job is to help them become a spokesperson for their own brand and create a brand for them that they didn't even know they had. I mean, I've ghostwritten for clients as well to talk about experiences so that they can have something in the newspaper. You know, so there's a lot of different ways, or magazines, a lot of different ways to make it happen, but we have to keep it interesting. Just like you keep your show interesting, Melanie, you know, you find different ways to incorporate what's going on and make it work for your clients.
When you say that, and I heard what you said, for a publicist, you know, and being able to wear all those different hats, is there a history that you have to have personally so that you will be able to know how to do those different things? I know you said you learning how to do editing, but the writing seems to be a very key point for a publicist, because that writing has to be on point. So that's something that you actually had to go learn on, or was it something that you stay on?
Well, personally, I was a communications major in school, so that's what my degree is in. Even though my school didn't have a minor, if they had had a minor, my minor would have been in publicity or PR, if you will. But that's not what I did immediately after school. I wasn't interested in that. I wound up in the entertainment industry as a hair and makeup artist, right? So if you look me up on IMDb, most of my credits are in makeup and hair, because I ran makeup and hair departments. Then we had some strikes in our industry, right? Actor strikes, writer strikes, and things kind of changed. And so I had to find a different way to stay in, and that's where my education came in and my background came in. And I was able to start doing other things that started me back on the path towards becoming a full-time publicist.
Wow. Well, one of the things when you say that, and piggyback on what you're saying of rebranding people and putting them in different facets, I want to take a look at one of the clips of the event that you did for actually raising funds for children in hospital. And I think that's so amazing. So everybody take a look at this clip. We'll be right back.
Girl, and this is my way to give back to them.
Project coming up is Black.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
If you smoked, this new lung cancer screening could save your life. Visit SaveByTheScan.org.
Hello everybody, and welcome back. One of the things that I want you to know is, as I'm learning from these ladies, you know, publicity life, because that's really what it is. A lot of times when I talk to different artists and actors, they really talk about the events. And I've met a lot of you on the red carpet, and how important is it for your clients to get to these red carpet events and even to award shows? So, you know, Marie, you tell me, how important is it for you to actually, you know, get your clients to these events, and even when, you know, they don't always get to the event?
Right. That's a great question, because sometimes that seems to be the main focus for most clients. They want to know, can I get to the BET Awards? Can I get to the Oscars, the Emmys, SAG Awards, whatever. I'm going to talk about the Image Awards, for instance. The Image Awards is very important because it's one of the major events where it's seen by millions of people. It's shown several times on television, it's shown live. So it's a great way to get that exposure for your client in front of media that may not get that opportunity.
Yeah.
You have such a big group of people. You've been there before covering those events. So it's very important for them to be there. However, it's not as easy as all that.
Wow.
You know, there is a process. And we as publicists have to be careful of how we present those clients, because if we're obviously sending clients that are not doing as well as A or B list, then we're not taken seriously.
Oh,
and
they look at you in a different way if you...
Absolutely.
Oh, so you can't just like, if someone's new into the business, you really can't submit them for the Oscars?
No.
Oh, so they have to be kind of seasoned? Are you saying that?
Well, they have to have some relevance to the award show. There's criteria such as, they say, are you a presenter, an honoree? Are you a performer? You know, how are you connected to that? And also your ranking. The IMDb listing is extremely important in this world.
Oh, wow.
And that's how you can tell if someone is active or not as active, or if they're active in something that is on a higher level. So if you're in the Black Panther movie right now, you can't do no wrong.
Right.
You know,
wow.
because it's so hot.
Whereas
you know.
last year, that maybe some of the people couldn't even get on anything.
Couldn't get
Exactly.
anywhere, right.
Wow. So also, do you work with the talent, with their agency to get them on gigs, or do you just only make sure that they are in the media's eye?
No, we take what opportunities that their agents and managers have gotten them and expand on that and get them out there.
Okay, so you don't
in the
book them
media.
as well.
Yeah, I think that's probably something that a lot of talent doesn't always understand. And I know we get a lot of requests because we're always posting about bookings, we're always announcing bookings, so sometimes it does look like it's coming from us. Our job is not to get a client work. Our job is to promote the work that they're doing and to help get exposure for the work that they're doing. So we don't book, we don't get you a job, we don't get you paid. That's not what we do. What we do is put all the work that you're doing, whether it's on a film or an album that you've done or a book that you've written or even a charity event that you're having. It's our job to make sure that the world knows about what you're doing as opposed to us getting you the work.
And there's
And
one
you know
other
what?
thing.
Go ahead.
Well, there's one thing I just want to say, I'm sure you'll all appreciate. We are a fee-based
Correct,
part
yes.
of the business, whereas agents and managers get a percentage, they get commission. We are about, there is a menu or a per project basis that we charge, and that's what people don't understand.
Right.
They think that we should do it on a, if you make it happen, we'll pay you. No, it doesn't work like that.
Do you let them go if they do that? I mean, we can talk about that when we come back. You know what I'm saying? Because, one of the things that I know when you mentioned about the awards, and we was talking about that, because so many times, they feel like, I got a publicist, I should be able to go to these events.
Right.
So I want to take a look at a clip with you for your clients on the, at the Image Award. So everybody, let's take a look at this one.
Everybody, no matter what the race is, but always continue to grow and learn.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. Talk with your doctor to create a treatment plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If you smoked, this new lung cancer screening could save your life. Visit SaveByTheScan.org.
Hey y'all, so we're back with my ladies here. They're publicists and they're letting you know really what the deal really is and how you're gonna be successful in the entertainment industry. So before we went to break and saw that amazing video, we was about to talk about money, okay? Because money do make the world go round. So ladies, tell me this. Do you do it on a person-to-person basis or do you just have a flat rate for everybody?
So we work on a sliding scale kind of basis. Kelli and I don't believe in charging. If someone needs $2,500 worth of service, we're going to give them $2,500 worth of service. But I'm not going to charge you $2,500 if what you need is $800 worth of service. And we don't work on a per project basis unless it's an event. So if we represent you personally, then we work off of a monthly service fee. And that's essentially how how we work. We're paid upon our best efforts, as opposed to getting a commission, right, which we were just discussing. So we're paid on our efforts, not necessarily on results. I can't guarantee you anything. I can only guarantee you that we're going to, you know, bust our butts 100% of the time.
So what happens when you charge them the fee and they don't get to be able to be at these events? Have you ever had an incident that happened?
Well, you know, for me and what we do, because we have different tiers. Sometimes people just need promotion because our talent might be an individual, but our talents that we love to work with are the producers that have major events, and I'm representing the like festivals and concerts and plays, which we have a new play coming out this year. So it's kind of different for each of those particular area. But one of the things I wanted to say right quick is sometimes you're building a talent so that they can rise up and be a rising talent, and you need to get them on carpets and on different shows or whatever you can, because you want to that's where they're going to get their training. You can tell them what to say, what not to say, what to do. So you could use that to build them and get different advertisement ads together so that you're putting their media kits together.
Wow.
So it's not necessarily that you're not going to be here. You're just growing to be there because you're growing to be where you're going in your career.
Wow. So when you say that, I think about, because that has happened to a lady that I know that is publicist, where the talent didn't feel like they got what they deserved. And they was like, you know what, I want my money back. So do you give them, Marie, have that happened to you? Have that happened to you?
No.
Or what would you say to someone? Because she literally had to go to court about that.
Well, the first thing is, and I think the ladies here would agree, is when we're building a new client, we're going to make sure they have the foundation that's necessary for us to put forward our best efforts. That means a bio, that means the right photos, that means a reel, if they're an actor, they're in that business, or model, whatever the case may be. But we have to have something to work with. If they give us nothing to work with, then we have to go and build it from scratch. That means there's fees involved, a photographer, makeup artist, hair, image, you know, all of that.
Tangible. Those are tangible things.
So they're walking away with something. So anybody, and the problem too is a lot of people bill themselves as publicists. They're really not.
Yeah, because I've seen that a lot of times.
Posting something on Instagram or Facebook makes them a publicist. No.
And photographers.
Yes, writing, exactly.
Holding their slate at the red carpet.
Yeah, writing is a huge foundation, like Lisa said. You have to be a great writer because you are crafting a story about someone no one knows about.
Wow.
Oh, if you're lucky to get an A-list, person, then it's easy, but you still have to know what you're talking about because the media is not stupid. Wow. They're going to know that,
because
you're trying too hard.
I see a lot of people taking that, and making, whereas, they're the whole thing. Like, I'm the agent, I'm the manager, I'm the publicist, I'm your, I'm everything. So, is that really a professional level? Or is that, because I know you ladies wear a lot of hats, so because you guys wear a lot of hats, do that make that different because they do all that?
We wear a lot of hats in a different way.
We're not
within the industry.
Within that circle, within
public
public
relations.
not so much of...
No.
Okay.
And one thing that I also want to say is there are measurements of I have to do reports. I have to go get measurements of this ad and these eyeballs on these ads, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, newspaper, radio. I have to do those type of reports that show different stats. So there are stats to show. Now our job is to get you seen.
Right.
I can't make her hire you.
No.
But I can get 1 million people to see your message.
Wow.
Right.
That's what publicists do.
Wow. Well, ladies, I'm just impressed because, a lot of, and we could actually sit here and talk forever because it's so many facets to being a publicist and so many facets for people out there to know. So before we leave, I would love for people to be able to contact you if they want to know more information. So Kami, if you let them know first.
You can contact me on all social networks at KRPRmedia.com, at KRPR Media. And just real quickly, I'm just so happy because we're going to have our first play this year. We're going to have our first reality show this year. And we're going to have have our second excursion this year that's over in Barbados. So we are really doing, for a small boutique company, I'm
good.
very happy with what God is doing in our firm.
Well,
and thank you for having us
congratulations.
here.
Yeah. Well, let us know too.
On
and
all-
any projects too.
Oh, new projects. We just got off the phone today with one of our directors, so we have a new huge film coming. We can't say what it is yet, but you have interviewed him before, and we will be coming back. So we're beyond excited about that. And you can find us on all social media at LRM, M as in Mary, LRM Publicity, and LRMpublicity.com is our website. And thank you for having us, of course. I know we see you all the time, but not on this side of the camera.
Yes. And you, Ms. Marie?
Oh, well, thank you for having me here today, too, and being amongst these wonderful professionals.
Yes.
I can be reached at Platinum Star PR, Instagram, Platinum Star on Twitter, IMDb, Marie Y. Lemelle, Lemelle. I'm working on a big project overseas, West Africa, big feature film I'm very excited about. It's an award-winning director, female at that, which is great. Also, in the process of the third series of a stand-up comedy series, like a variety of comedians that we're very excited about. And just a lot of other independent projects that are always great to be a part of.
Wow. Well, you know what? I appreciate. Well, I ain't looking over you now, but she spoke for you. It's like, what I'm saying. I appreciate you ladies so much. I must do a follow-up with you, I'm telling you, because I think it's so important that people know the different things that they actually need to be successful in this industry. Sure. So anyways, I appreciate everybody for watching the show. Keep living life unlimited. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on all my social media. Okay. Till next time, I'm your girl, Melody Trice. Bye-bye.